If you're on a quest to maximize immersion in your VR experience, you may be under the impression that you need to practically bankrupt yourself in order to get the latest haptic vests, trackers, and treadmills if you actually want to be immersed in your game. Well, you're in luck, because I'm here to tell you that there are a ton of ways to crank up your immersion to 1000% for dirt cheap without bothering with any of the fancy accessories. So let's get right into it. First of all, I would recommend that you clear out as much space as you can and create a dedicated play area. If at all possible, avoid sitting down. When you're in a seat, you're constantly reminded that you're just playing a game. But when you're standing and have the freedom to move around even a little bit, it's much easier to forget about your real-world surroundings. Seriously, being able to just take a step or two and move your arms freely does wonders for your immersion. So that's something quick and easy that you can do right now that won't cost you a dime. If you are inclined to spend any money on your setup, I'd encourage you to put your money towards quality of life improvements, the kind of things that cost very little but make a huge difference. For example, maybe invest in a decent pair of headphones that can fit over your headset. Not only will they probably give you better sound quality, but they will also block out noise from outside the game. Remember, anything that reminds you of your real-life environment breaks your immersion instantly. To that end, consider purchasing a cheap light blocker if your headset supports it. Any outside light that leaks into the headset can cause distracting glares and visual artifacts that can absolutely ruin your immersion. Some other quality of life improvements you could look into include managing your room temperature, placing a mat or rug under your feet, and having a fan blowing while you're playing. These aspects together will give you a comfortable, grounded play space with a sense of direction to combat motion sickness. Any changes you make to your play space or game should probably be viewed through the lens of removing distractions. If your game has an option to remove a HUD or a UI, try to do so. Avoid spamming menus, save scumming, or pausing. Put away any outside distractions and allow yourself to forget that the game you're playing isn't actually real. I'm very happy to inform you that the greatest way to boost your immersion costs exactly $0. I'm talking, of course, about cultivating the right mindset for playing VR. You see, virtual reality is different than flat-screen games. Even in flat-screen RPGs, you're thinking about your character and the world your character is in from a third-person perspective. In VR, however, you are the character. So I would say practice thinking like it. Roleplay your character, get into their head and process your environment from their perspective. Don't rush through anything, take your time and soak up the sights. Don't be afraid to just stop every once in a while and take it all in. And above all, do not metagame. Every thought that you have that would not be shared by the character you are portraying is an immersion breaker. Stop treating the game like a game. If you're playing an RPG, stop trying to optimize your build or max out your stats. Stop thinking ahead to future events and quest lines you've played before. If you're playing a fighting game, don't try to cheese your way through challenging enemies by abusing VR mechanics. When you act like you're physically in the world, your mind will come to accept it. And that, my friends, is where immersion truly happens. So go forth, brave VR enjoyer, and dive into the immersion of virtual reality. Hopefully the tips I've given here are helpful and make your experience at least a little better. As always, drop a like if you want the algorithm to torture some other hapless viewer with my content, or even a sub if you want to experience such misery again yourself. But if I end up never seeing you again, I hope that the rest of your life is absolutely spectacular.